Alright guys, welcome back to the Saints Video channel for Southampton content for our match preview for Wednesday night's trip to Wembley to face Tottenham in the Premier League, but under different leadership. Now, of course, if you've seen my previous video regarding Mark Hughes' sacking, you'll notice not only am I wearing the same clothes, because I've obviously got to film the videos sort of next to each other, but we're going to be under the helm of Kelvin Davis just for this game on an interim basis, and you know, that's nice to see. Obviously, knowing Kelvin, playing for us for 10 years, big part of Southampton Football Club, knows what the board was, knows what the club's all about, I guess, and you know, he's been part of the coaching setup for a season or two now. He knows the players relatively well, so I think it's a good sort of decision to give him the job on an interim basis. Okay, the manager lined up is supposed to come in before the Cardiff game on Saturday, but you know, it is what it is, and we'll get into the game. So going on to our opponents, Tottenham, they're flying relatively high. 4 defeats in the league so far this season, not fantastic for Pochettino's side. However, their home form has been pretty solid. Their Wembley hoodoo is definitely over, if that was still a thing. Now, I think going into this game midweek, we've obviously just had a good result against United. There'll potentially be a bounce from that, but of course, the manager who oversaw that game obviously isn't there anymore. So, is the game a write-off? For me, yes it is personally, only because Spurs are such a good side and we really need to be focused more on our trip to Cardiff on Saturday, because that has to be 3 points. Looking at Tottenham, most recently lost the North London derby on Sunday to Arsenal, of course at the Emirates. 2-1 at half-time to the Spurs, but had a second half capitulation which saw them lose the game 4-2, and also saw Jan Vertonghen sent off late on for 2 yellow cards, meaning he will be suspended for this game. And that's a little bit of a boost for Southampton. Obviously, Vertonghen is a very good defender, but Spurs do have quite good depth in terms of defence, so I think really it's not going to affect this game too much. Now, I am filming this before Kelvin Davis' press conference, so I assume that Danny Ings is still injured. I also assume that Ryan Bertrand isn't ready just yet to come back into the side. So I'd imagine that the team will be quite similar to what we saw against United on Saturday. Obviously, I'll let Tom, who will be doing the preferred 11, go into that a bit more. But how do we approach this game? It's a difficult one to think, because some fans will think, you know, we've got a performance against United, could have won it. Personally, I thought the draw was a fair result. But, you know, some fans may think that we should go out to Wembley and sort of have a pressure-free performance and see if we can get a result. I would agree with that. You know, if we can somehow get a draw out of this, then obviously I would take that over a loss completely. But for me, I just think Spurs are going to be too good. They're used to playing midweek games, obviously in the Champions League, but it's soon going to be Europa League. We never do well at Tottenham. Last season, obviously, was a horror show at Wembley. How we only lost by 3 goals, I've got no clue. Conceded 5, obviously it finished 5-2 that day somehow. And I wouldn't expect the same horror show again, but there's a definite possibility that we lose relatively heavily. Now, look, it's difficult for me to preview this game, honestly, because for me personally, it's a write-off. I don't really see how we're going to get a result from it. Not because we are in bad form, not because of that, more just because Spurs are so good at home that I think even if we were in decent form, they would get a result over us. Do let us know your predictions. This has obviously been a short match preview. The game's rather insignificant. We will have a longer one for the Cardiff game, because that is obviously huge. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to like and obviously subscribe. Numbers are growing, which is nice to see as we go into this busy winter period. If you haven't seen it yet, do go and watch our reaction to Mark Hughes' sacking and a little bit of analysis as well to Ralph Hasenhüttl, who is being lined up to replace him. But thank you for watching. Hopefully we can get a result at Spurs. You know, Wembley's an iconic stadium. It would be nice to get a result there finally. Until the next video, thanks for watching and we'll see you soon.